And this morning, Akesse Brempong joins us in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
It's really good to see you too, because I've been waiting to meet you. I was really looking forward to singing this song with you.
Wow.
Even though you don't want to sing. He doesn't want to sing. I'm still going to put him on the spot at some point as we have this conversation. But the words of this song, you know, the song evolves. You know, in one song,
that's right.
There's so many different, you know, themes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. It moves, you know, from. It's, you know, kind of like, it's like an outer court, inner court, holy of holies, you know, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And as I listened to it, I think the first thing that I wanted to ask you was how you got it.
Oh, inspiration behind the song.
Yeah.
So the song is inspired by the life of Moses. I did a character study of Moses during the lockdown and found out that contrary to what my generation know about Moses as the deliverer and, you know, the prophet, Moses was also a staunch worshiper. He was like an ardent worshiper. He was one of the guys that God was so close to that he could afford to reveal himself to. The Bible says that he spoke to God face to face. The children of Israel knew the deeds of God, but Moses actually knew his ways. You know, so Moses was that intimate with God. There's an account in Exodus 33 when it says that Moses would pitch a tent and go and worship in there. And as he worshipped, the whole congregation of Israel would be inspired to worship with him and all of that. So that whole idea of who Moses was and his journey inspired the song Yahweh, Song of Moses. And the intriguing thing is that Moses was the first person to know God as Yahweh. Because before Moses, he revealed himself to the patriarchs. I'm talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as El Shaddai, the mighty breasted God who meets needs. But when he meets Moses at the burning bush in Exodus chapter 3, he reveals himself as I am, Yahweh. You know, and in Exodus chapter 6 too, when he affirms the fact that he is with Moses, he reveals himself as Yahweh. In Exodus chapter 33 again, he reveals himself as Yahweh as he passes before Moses and proclaims his name. So the whole song is inspired by the life of Moses and how intimate he was with God.
So I find that when I meet worshippers, you know, who write music, they're kind of two different ways that they write songs. They're either like just completely inspired in the moment and the harmony and the melody and the words just come in that moment. Or, you know, there's some kind of study and then there's the meticulous thinking through of the words and putting it together. Which of these processes did you go through to write this one? This one was
inspired by my study. So I had to sit down, look at the whole life of Moses and the kind of things he said to God. And some of God's responses to him. So if I found favor in your sight, O Yahweh, never leave my side. When he said to him that, wherein shall we be distinguished from all the people that walk on the surface of the earth, if not that your presence goes with us.
And then so you said a cloud by day, you know,
fire by the way he led them.
And then, you know, the part where you kept on saying, show me your face, you know. I remember I was listening to it last night, and when you said, you know, show me your face, I was shouting at my phone. I was like, but show you his face, because he showed Moses his back, and you want to see his face. Like, if he shows you his face, will you survive? And then I kind of answered to myself figuratively. I mean, obviously, you mean, you know, you show you his, you know, his glory or like a deeper level. That's what you meant.
Moses wanted to see his face, and he showed him his back. You know, so you ask for more so that if you don't get it, at least you see his back.
You see something.
Something, that's right.
So you express, you know, this thirst, you know, for more. But you said that you were doing this study during the COVID, the lockdown. What was that like for you as a creative, you know, industry-wise, you know, in terms of because a lot of what you do would be, you know, going out to church,
Yeah.
you know, and all of that. What was that like?
The COVID experience, the indoor experience was good for me in many ways. The fact that I was completing my MPhil program, I needed to sit down and finish my thesis. It came in as, you know, a blessing in disguise.
Okay.
Again, around the time there was a lot going on with me and my team. We were preparing to record.
Okay.
And Yahweh Song of Moses was one of the songs that we were recording at the time. And so it afforded us more opportunity to engage as a team and to gel and to pray and to seek the face of the Lord and also strategize for the next level God was taking us.
So it was good for you?
It was good, it was good.
I mean, how about in terms of income-wise?
Well, that was, there was a downslope in that, especially for what we call gigs, like face-to-face engagement with audiences and all of that. But my pastor would say, if a church door closes, then God opens an internet window. You know,
that's a good one.
So there was a good opportunity for us to engage more people online. Our engagement online went up because of the COVID as well. So there were the downsides to it and there were upsides to it.
I mean, and this is definitely an upside.
Yeah.
You know, this song. I was playing it in the makeup room this morning. And everybody who came in, kind of, by the time they finished their makeup, it was like, oh, what song is that? What song is that? You know, what song? Because it just, you know, blesses us so much.
Bless God.
What was it like working with Emoji?
Emoji is a brother and friend. We've known each other for years. If I'm not exaggerating, maybe the last 12, 15 years. We've been in friendship. And so it was just a matter of a call, and just pick the call and call him in. Where
do we go from here in your presence? You know, you ask yourself, where do we go from here, God?
Yeah,
you know? So this is where do we go from here? Like, what next?
There are deeper levels in God. There are higher heights, deeper seas, and I'm just praying that the Lord will do His thing again. I mean, I don't know where next we are going, but I know that with Jesus in the boat, we are going somewhere.
Right. I want to ask you something important. You know, a lot of people have gotten into the gospel music industry, and a certain section of it has become very commercial. So you hear a lot of stories about gospel musicians doing things that would surprise you. You would think there's a certain sort of lifestyle that you would expect from people who are propagating the gospel.
Yeah.
You know. And it's almost become normalized because well, gospel music has become almost commercialized.
Right.
What do you think about those things? And do you think that it's become almost necessary to accept a certain likening to ourselves of this, so that we look like the world, so that we can sell the craft to the world? You know, is it a moving away from the calling? And what do you think about all of that?
Well, I don't think that we have to conform to the world to be able to win them. In fact, we are supposed to be light of the world. And so, what is the use of light when it loses its luminance, and the use of salt when it loses its saltiness? It's cast away. You know, so I believe that gospel musicians are supposed to be the light and salt. In fact, the walk of faith is nothing normal. Bible uses words to describe those of us who have accepted Christ and following His leading. A lot of words like, you know, kingdom people, words like royal priesthood, and none of those words seem normal. And so, gospel musicians are not supposed to be normal people. We are not normal. We carry something. And so we are supposed to be exemplary people. We are supposed to inspire people onto good works and all of that. And so it's important that we keep our eyes on the prize and not just commercialize everything. If a gospel musician makes decisions only based on commercial issues, then he's in for a real trip.
Yeah, but it's difficult, isn't it? Because times are hard and you have to make those sales. And so, you know, you find that it's easy to compromise on a few things. You know, so what would you say to some of these struggling, you know, gospel musicians who just want, you know, some sort of, they want to be seen, they want to be, you know, heard, they want to be recognized. And we know the God that we serve, you know, he takes his time, you know, his ways are not our ways. 1,000 years is like, you know, and you're like, yo, God, what's up? Chale, you the chair. You know, I mean, what would you say to, you know, some of these who are looking
If the fame is the reason you are in this, you don't belong. Get somewhere else, because it is not about it. It's not about the fame, it's not about the money, it's not about the accolades, but it's all about the sense of purpose and fulfilling ministry. You know, you must come on this step knowing who you are and what God has placed on your inside and what God expects of you, what you are supposed to impart to generations, and not just come here for, you know, commercial gains. It won't serve you right. So my advice will be that know your calling, know why you are here, and pursue it. And tell you what, God takes care of his own. God takes care of his own. Even if it means that the ravens must feed you, ravens will feed you. Even if it means that manna should rain down for you to eat, God takes care of his own. That I believe.
I mean, and obviously you believe that because that has been
my story.
Your story.
Yeah.
You've been in this business for how long?
6 years as a recording artist, and maybe 15 to 20 years of leading worship, producing music, directing music, and being involved with choirs. And
so the foundations, the foundations have taken a long time to build.
Yes, it has.
And he does that, doesn't he? It takes a long time to make sure that you are solid underneath.
Exactly. He took 40 years to groom Moses in Egypt.
Chale, jai. You know, when you say that 40 years, people are listening, they're like, we don't have...
Another 40 years, he sent him to Midian and then brought him back to Egypt for another 40 years.
Oh, Ben is coming with...
Okay, and I'm sneaking it. Because guess what? Look, Ben, we're not going to allow you to get away without singing anything. I mean, Yahweh, we must do something.
Make up.
Show some action. No.
She will sing the song.
She will sing Z minor.
And I'll do the backup
and you
vocal.
do Q major.
Please hand over the mic.
So let me prop the from me to you.
Thank you.
My entire heart to you.
Mic.
You know what? Akesse Brempong is, you know, he's a brother, senior brother. He's an amazing guy. We go way back, and I'm sure all of Ghana, right? They want to hear that amazing song with MOG. I was just listening to it. It's amazing. And guess who's going to be your backup?
She's going to be the lead singer, and I'll do the backup.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Akesse Brempong.
We'll try not to share the song.
Brempong.
Yeah. So
over
it's
to you.
Enim Brempong.
Enim Brempong. But my voice, I don't think it would be good on this.
But stay here.
Let's
sing over you.
You are in the spirit. Hallelujah. You are in the spirit. He needs it this morning.
Young lady.
You need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this.
If I found favor in your sight, oh Yahweh. You go.
Never leave my side, oh Yahweh.
If I found favor in your sight, oh Yahweh.
Never leave my side, oh Yahweh.
And it says, cloud by day, fire by night, lead the way, Lord, I pray.
Cloud by day, fire by night, lead the way, Lord, I pray.
Yahweh, hey, Yahweh.
So that was some very exciting song ministration, and it's good that you guys. It was like a prayer.
That's right.
It was like a prayer over me, and I receive all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need
Yahweh is going to.
You need the cloud by day.
Fire by night.
And especially the fire by night.
Why especially
the places you've been going to.
Oh my God.
Hey!
If the fire is 90 you.
This is false propaganda being spewed. I'm taking you to court. I'm taking you to court.
And that's Akesse Brempong joining us this morning with his new song, Yahweh. Absolutely beautiful. Take a listen to it if you haven't.